So one of the main reasons many people online are for Donald Trump is because he's allegedly anti-PC. You know, everybody goes, oh, those crazy college campus social justice warriors, as they're called, the PC police. God, they're so uptight and they're so sensitive that we need somebody to go in there and bust up this whole thing. And Donald Trump seems to be the perfect example of that because he says whatever the fuck comes to his mind, he has no filter. Now, is there a grain of truth in the idea that, well, the PC police and the social justice warriors on the left have gone too far? I argue yes. I'm sure there's some people in my audience who may disagree with me on that, but I think you're dead wrong. Safe spaces are ridiculous. Microaggressions are ridiculous. The idea of, like, let's censor people on Twitter who don't say things we like. There's a massive gray area there, and there's a big difference between being a dick and genuinely harassing somebody. And oftentimes, for the PC police left, they'll say, oh, if you just say something I disagree with, I'm more than happy to just fucking censor you. So I actually agree with the anti-PC people in many respects. But we should also note here that I've given countless examples to prove that the narrative of Trump as this anti-PC crusader is complete and utter bullshit. And today, we have another example. So, after the terror attacks in Garland, Texas, during the Draw Muhammad contest last year, what did Daddy Trump come out and say? If you pose this question to the anti-PC people and the anti-social justice warrior people, they'll say, well, what do you mean? I mean, any good person would just say, free speech, end of conversation. You're allowed to do that. The real barbarians here are the people who kill over cartoons. And by the way, on this one, they're 100% right when the anti-PC police people say this. So that's what Trump argued, right? See where this is going? He said, quote, nobody would fight harder for free speech than me, but... Always funny when there's a but after that. But why taunt over and over again in order to provoke possible death to audience? Dumb. He continued, the U.S. has enough problems without publicity seekers, hilarious, Trump says that, going out and openly mocking religion in order to provoke attacks and death. Be smart. He also said, what would you do if a large group of Muslims had a very public meeting drawing horrible and mocking cartoons of Jesus? Oh, really? Be cool. Wow, he's swinging a sledgehammer against the people who did the contest. And then Trump also called out the organizers directly. One of them, of course, is Pam Geller, who, by the way, don't get me wrong, is a notorious anti-Muslim bigot. So let me be clear about that. Trump said, went on Fox and Friends and said, it looks like she's actually taunting people. It's disgusting that the shooting happened and everything else. But what are they doing drawing Muhammad? Isn't there something else they can draw? So what happened? I thought Daddy Trump was just a warrior and a crusader on the side of get over it, you oversensitive bitches. I care about free speech. I care about free expression. I care about constitutional rights. It turns out that's not true at all. It turns out people have conflated how he speaks with what he's saying. So when he goes out there and he's aggressive and confident and arrogant in his tone, people interpret that as, yeah, ha, 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 putting the fucking oversensitive liberals in their place. No, you are an oversensitive conservative. That's what he is. Now, this is why I've labeled him the right-wing PC police, the right-wing social justice warrior. Because, for example, he sued Bill Maher over a joke that he didn't like about him. Bill Maher compared him to an orange-haired orangutan, because that's the color of his fucking hair. And he said, since Trump always asks Obama, where's your birth certificate, where's your college records, where's this, where's that? Maher flipped it back on him and said, well, you need to prove to me that you're not the love child of your mother and an orangutan. So Trump showed the birth certificate, took it to court, and sued Maher. So you have to give me money now. That's what you have to do. This is a guy who sued The Onion over a satire piece. They admit that they are satire. hey, we are joking up front. He's like, I don't care. I'm going to sue you because you said something I don't like. You hurt my witty bitty feelings. Imagine some social justice warriors and some PC police, some college campus kids sued somebody over a joke. All the anti-PC people, Steven Crowder, Milo Yiannopoulos, all of them would be like, oh my God, little bitches, look at, oh my God, they don't understand free speech. They don't understand free expression. They don't understand constitutional rights. That's right, they don't. You know who else doesn't? This dipshit. Donald Trump said, I will, quote, open up the libel laws to sue the media when they do stories he doesn't like. This guy is not against the PC police and social justice warriors. He is a right-wing PC police. PC officer? PC cop? Weird sentence. He's a right-wing social justice warrior. And this is another example right here. Now, by the way, again, we have to be able to be nuanced about this shit. So, is it true that the people who did the Draw Muhammad contest are right-wingers in the United States, loathsome people who have loathsome political opinions, and they're genuine anti-Muslim bigots? Yes. There's no doubt that Pam Geller is that. Look at her entire record and what she's done. Now, that is true, and what is also true is they shouldn't be fucking shot for mocking religion and drawing Muhammad. That is obvious. So the second a terrorist went in there and started gunning people down, now it no longer matters that they were bigots. Bigots have a right to fucking speak their mind. So you're getting me to defend them and defend them 100% because there was a terror attack against them. You did violence over a cartoon. Get over it. If I draw your Jigglypuff in space, you have no right to do physical violence against me. That's not provocation. That's not asking for it. Nobody's asking for it by drawing dick. Okay? But Donald Trump doesn't see it like that. No, Donald Trump sees it as, well, no, don't do that. Why are you pissing people off? You gotta kowtow to religious fundamentalists. Whatever the religious fundamentalists want, you do what they want, and then everything will be better off. No, except then your freedoms are gone. If you can't say certain things and do certain things because people might kill you simply for expressing a contrary opinion or being a dick, then you have no freedom. You know who's happy with you having no freedom? Donald J. Trump. Spare me your nonsense about how he cares about freedom of expression. He doesn't in any way.